Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Coach Damon here. Welcome back. I got a great question from a lacrosse goalie mom. I'm going to read it right now, and we're going to get into it. So, Susie Mason says, "Hi, Coach Damon. I have an 8th grade daughter who plays lax goalie, and we are hoping to incorporate some drills that enhance her explosiveness to the ball when making saves. Any ideas or drills you can share? Thanks, Susie." Yeah, great question. Great question. We all want to be explosive to the ball. So here are my thoughts on how a lacrosse goalie can be more explosive. And number one, it's to be in shape. You've got to be in shape. You've got to be physically fit, right? It's kind of counterintuitive because lacrosse goalies don't do much running. And so you think that we don't need to be physically fit when the opposite is actually true. You need to be absolutely physically fit in order to be explosive. And at the 8th grade level, how do we do that, right? To me, that's playing other sports. I remember when I graduated from Cal, when I graduated from college, I was playing a lot of pickup basketball, zero lacrosse. I was playing zero organized lacrosse, but I was playing pickup basketball in my gym every single day. I went back to the alumni game and I just dominated. And people were like, "Have you been playing? Have you been keeping up?" And I'm like, I haven't played at all, but I've been playing pickup basketball every single day. So I was super physically fit, and that helped me with my explosiveness. Listen to Sarah Resnick from the University of Florida talk about what soccer did for her goalie game.
I think that soccer helped me a lot in different ways. It definitely kept me moving and in shape because goalie, you can only do so much before you're like, I got to do more. But soccer was always in high school, it became your way of staying in shape, getting fast and all that.
So you've got to be physically fit, and that could mean going to the gym and training your body. That could mean playing other positions in lacrosse that force you to do a lot more running. That could mean playing other sports, but that's the first thing for me is be in shape, and you do that by playing other sports, okay? The second thing is I think the key to explosiveness is in the hips. It's in the hips. So when we talk about drills and exercises that you can do to increase your explosiveness to the shot, it is a lot of hip mobility, is a lot of hip strengthening. And right now, I'm going to show you a couple different drills that you can use to both increase the mobility and the strength of your hips. All right, so here I am with my brother-in-law. That's Coach Rob. He's running us through some exercises. The first one we're going to start out with is a side lunge, a back lunge, and a forward lunge. All right, lunge to the side. Then we're gonna go to the back, and then we're gonna go forward. All right, that's gonna strengthen and increase the mobility of the hips. Do 10 reps on your right hip, and then switch and do 10 reps on your left hip. All right, so the next drill we have from Coach Rob is a side-to-side shuffle with a lunge. So you shuffle to the side, rotate your hips, and then lunge down. And then with your hand, with your palm facing outward, push out. Not necessarily a lacrosse goalie save movement, but that will help, your hip strength and your balance in this exercise, all right? So again, we shuffle from side to side and really pop up into your stance from that movement right there. Pop up right into your stance, side to side shuffle with a lunge, and then pop up. The next exercise we can do to increase our hip strength is box jumps, all right? So we're going to find a plyometric box or just a ledge we can jump up onto. With 2 feet, we're going to jump up and land then in a balanced position on 2 feet onto the box and keep going. All right, this next drill comes from the great John Galloway, and what we're going to do is, it's a real tough one. We're going to get down in almost a full squat position and then just take little steps forward. And you can do this with the resistance band to start, or not to start, but as you get more advanced. But you can start without the resistance band. We're in a deep squat, and we're taking little steps. And again, this one is training hip mobility and hip strength. Great drill. So here is another one from the great John Galloway. We're seated on our butt. We have a resistance band around our feet, and we're just going to, using our hip muscles, do extensions. Extend the leg out, get a good solid squeeze, feel that hip and muscle working, and this is going to increase mobility and strength in the hips. Again, 10 reps to the right, 10 reps to the left. There you go. Okay, so that's item 2, hip mobility and hip strength. Those are really going to help your explosiveness to the shot. And then the third thing I'll offer is when we're talking about explosiveness, I like to do a lot of resistance training, okay? So adding resistance to our movements, and whether that's through bands or through weights, we make it harder than it really is. And then when you remove that resistance, right, when you take away that weight or you remove that band, all of a sudden we feel a lot more explosive. So let me now show you a couple different drills that you can use with bands or weights to increase your explosiveness. All right, so in this one, I've got Coach Rob behind me, and he's got a band around my waist, and I'm just walking the line. I'm going through and making my save movements while he's providing that resistance. And again, once that resistance is removed, we're going to feel a lot more explosive. So this is walking the line with a partner and band resistance. This drill comes from Coach Tim at Breakout Goaltending. What we're going to do is, again, with the band, we set up a series of 3 balls, and then we're just going to step, reach down, and make the save with our top hand, but we get that resistance, right? So we're driving to that ball with the band around our ankles or our calves, providing that additional resistance, and then when we remove that resistance, all of a sudden we're more explosive to that low shot. Here is Coach Devin Wills giving us a drill that's really a twofer. We get both hip mobility and strength along with the band resistance. We're going to start with the band attached around our waist and attached to a point, or you can have a friend hold it. And you're down on one knee, right? And then you come up and explode into a save. All right, so you start down on one knee, come up with the band resistance, and fire. Another way we can add resistance is through weight. And what we're looking at here is, it's called a power shaft. You can buy the power shaft. It's just a weighted shaft. If you don't have that, you can fill a shaft with sand or pennies to weight it down. I'm going to attach that to a normal head and then just take shots, okay? We're going to take shots with the weighted shaft, and then when we go back to our normal weight shaft, we're going to feel a lot more explosive. All right, so there you have it. Couple different ideas on how we can increase our explosiveness to the shots. Very, very important thing for lacrosse goalies to be explosive. And to recap, it really, for me, it's about being in shape. That's about playing other sports or hitting the gym. But, at the 8th grade level, I might be a little young. I think I started lifting weights as a freshman in high school, so 9th grade. But playing other sports is an amazing way to get in shape. The second thing is hip mobility and hip strength is really going to help your explosiveness. And then the third thing is training with resistance so that when you remove that resistance, hello, explosiveness. I hope that helps Susie. I hope that helps all of the other lacrosse goalies out there looking to become more explosive. Take care.